Welcome to this official ITM Platform training video. Now that we have a project, we can start creating the budget. When clicking on the Budget tab, we will see four main areas for controlling the budget: the top-down budget, bottom-up, actual values, and the last period values. The top-down budget is created right from the screen. Clicking on the Edit Top-Down Budget button will show me the Edit Top-Down Budget card. From here, I can enter the required values to calculate the budget. For example, I can allocate a number of hours for the internal team, which will be people inside my organization. I can then use this value to convert it into cost. By clicking on this calculator icon, ITM Platform will show me the rate that is going to be used. This rate is configured by the system admin. If I click on Copy to Cost, then ITM Platform will perform the calculation for the internal team. Now I can also set it up for an external team. If my project will require external resources, I can allocate the number of hours required. Most likely, the rate is going to be different. So I can use the same technique to create the budget. And when I'm not sure whether I'd like to use an internal or external team, I can use what is called the undefined team. And again, I will have our flat rate. With these three values, ITM Platform will calculate the total of workforce. Next, we can enter the budget we have for additional purchases. It is important to remember that ITM Platform is a multi-currency solution, so I can select the appropriate currency, and ITM Platform will perform the conversion. Now, if we are also tracking direct financial benefits or revenue, I enter that directly into this box. With these values, then ITM Platform will calculate the total margin based on this top-down budget. Clicking on Save will give me the updated values directly in the budget area. We can expand it to see the details. Next, we have the bottom up. These are going to be the estimated values, but this time we will need to first build our project plan and assign resources to tasks. So ITM Platform will appropriately calculate the number of hours and thus the cost of using those resources. We have special tabs for both purchases and revenue, where I'm going to be able to create the details. Once my project has been executed, I will see the actual values being populated, because my team members will start reporting their hours for their assigned tasks. Therefore, those hours will be converted to the appropriate costs. For purchases and revenue, we can control the status and therefore the actual values. And then we will be able to compare those values. The last area, the last period and close values, are coming from the process of closing periods, usually by month. So I can see four different versions of the same financial information: my top-down budget, bottom-up, the actual values up to this date, and the last period and close values. From this same screen, when needed, I can also set a new baseline, but I will need to create a work plan beforehand. Once it is in place from the Budget tab, I can then create a baseline. And also, if needed, I can verify the project bill rates. If in addition to the project manager permissions, I also have full access permissions, I will be able to see and control the rates that are being used. I can click on Organization, expand Cost Management, and I will be able to go to Categories and Rates. Here, ITM Platform will display all the categories currently configured. And again, if I have the permission, I can create new categories. As for the basic budget that we've just created, I need to review the global standard cost. These are the rates that will be used to transform the entered hours into cost. We have general, internal, and external. Internal is the rate that is used for internal resources. External for external resources, and undefined will use the general rate. If I need to make changes because the rates are changing, I can simply click on the name, enter the new date, and enter the cost and the bill rate. Again, I can select the appropriate currency if needed. ITM Platform will show me the historical changes, so whenever I intend to use a specific category, ITM Platform will consider the start and end dates to evaluate the correct rate.